There comes a moment when you realize you've been surrounded by noise your entire life. Every notification, every scroll, every voice telling you what to do, who to be, what to chase. And somewhere in that storm of sound, you lost yourself. The world doesn't want you focused. It wants you distracted. It wants your attention because your attention is power. And they know if they can control your attention, they can control your direction. You can't hear your purpose if you're always listening to everything else.
Silence has become the rarest sound in this generation, and yet it's the birthplace of greatness. Every creator, every legend, every visionary, they all went through the same ritual. They stepped away, they turned off the noise, they went quiet long enough to hear their own heartbeat again. Let's be real. You say you want to change, you say you want to win, but you're scrolling your life away. You're checking who watched your story instead of writing your story. You don't need more inspiration. You need discipline. You need distance.
You don't need the crowd. You need clarity. You don't need validation. You need vision. And sometimes that means walking away from the noise, from the comfort, from everything that keeps you the same. People won't understand why you disappear. They'll call it selfish. They'll call it strange. Let them. Because isolation isn't loneliness, it's preparation. You're not running away from the world. You're rising above it. Every second you waste on distractions is a second stolen from your destiny. Every hour you give to noise is an hour you'll never get back. And yet, the moment you choose silence, the world starts to change shape. You begin to see again, to feel again, to breathe again.
You can't conquer the world until you conquer yourself. And you can't conquer yourself if you're constantly surrounded by distractions. It's time to cut it off. Not later, now. The journey to mastery always begins with the courage to disconnect. You want to know why legends seem different? Because while everyone else was watching, they were working. While everyone else was talking, they were training. While everyone else was posting, they were preparing. That's the difference. You have greatness inside you, but it's being drowned by noise. And if you don't step away from it, you'll never meet the version of you that you were meant to be. So take a breath. Look around. Ask yourself, what's stealing your focus? What's dimming your fire? What's keeping you average? And then walk away. This is where it begins. Not in the crowd, not in the comfort, but in the silence. This is where warriors are born. This is where purpose takes form. This is where you begin again. It ends with a choice. The choice to let go. The choice to separate. The choice to silence the noise. Because only then can you hear you.
When you start to distance yourself, it won't feel like freedom. It'll feel like loss. Because the truth is, you've built your identity around the noise. You've built your comfort around the people, the distractions, the constant stimulation. And when you walk away, you'll feel empty. That emptiness is not the absence of meaning. It's the space where meaning begins to grow. You can't fill your life with purpose if it's already packed with distraction. You can't find direction if you never stop moving aimlessly. Every transformation requires a breaking. Every rebirth begins with pain. You'll lose people. You'll lose comfort. You'll lose the version of you that was comfortable losing. And that's when you'll meet someone new. Someone fierce. Someone focused. Someone unstoppable. Most people never make it past this part. They crave growth, but not separation. They want success, but not solitude. They want greatness without grit. They'll tell you to relax. They'll say you've changed. And they're right. You have. You are meant to.
Growth demands distance, because proximity shapes identity. You become what you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounded by comfort, you become complacent. If you're surrounded by noise, you become numb. But if you're surrounded by silence, you become sharp. In that silence, you'll begin to see again. You'll notice how much energy you gave to people who never deserved it. You'll realize how many dreams you delayed just to stay accepted. And you'll finally understand your purpose doesn't need permission. It just needs space. This is the lonely part, the middle of the storm, the nights where you question why you started. But listen, this is where champions are built. When it's just you, your thoughts, and the echo of your own heartbeat, that's when you meet the real you. No filters, no noise, no crowd, just truth.
You'll be tempted to go back to comfort, back to validation, back to the easy road. Don't. That's not home anymore. That's the place you outgrew. You can't heal in the same place you got broken, and you can't grow in the same soil that kept you small. You have to protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not every call deserves a reply. Not every opinion deserves your attention. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to walk alone. It's okay to choose yourself. The world tells you solitude is weakness. They're wrong. Solitude is power, because in solitude, you rediscover your own voice. You reconnect to your inner fire. You remember why you started. And in that stillness, you begin to see what was always there. Your potential, your strength, your purpose. You will cry some nights, you will doubt yourself, you will miss the noise. But that pain, that ache in your chest, that's growth happening in real time. Don't numb it, feel it, because pain is the proof that you're changing. You want to know why the greats moved differently? Because they weren't afraid to walk alone. While others laughed, they worked. While others talked, they built. While others followed, they led. You can't do that surrounded by distraction. You can't do that trapped in noise. You do that by separating.
when it hurts. Remember this: separation is not punishment. It's protection. It's preparation. You're not losing yourself. You're finding yourself. This is the part where the world fades and your purpose becomes clear. Let go of what no longer fits, of who no longer believes, of everything that keeps you ordinary. Because extraordinary cannot grow in the company of comfort. The price of focus is isolation. The price of greatness is separation. And the reward is becoming who you were always meant to be. This is your becoming. This is your transition. This is separation, not from the world, but from the version of you that wasn't ready to lead it.
There's a moment after the noise fades, after the distance is created, when everything goes quiet. At first, it feels strange, unnatural, unfamiliar. Because for so long, you've been surrounded by sound, by movement, by more. But now, there's nothing, just silence. And it's in that silence that most people run back to the noise. They can't handle the quiet, because the quiet introduces them to themselves. That's why you must stay. Stay in the silence long enough to hear your own heartbeat again, to feel your mind clear, to remember who you are without all the layers. Silence is not empty. It's full of answers. It's where ideas are born, where clarity lives, where your intuition finally has a voice. When you stop talking, the truth starts speaking. You think success is about grinding harder. Sometimes it's about listening deeper. Because when everything stops, that's when the real work begins. The work inside. It's not about proving anymore. It's about becoming. You'll notice things you never saw before. The way your thoughts settle, the peace behind your breath, the space between your doubts. In the silence, the mind stops chasing and starts hearing.
Greatness isn't built in chaos. It's born in calm. It's refined in stillness. Every masterpiece was once a thought born in silence. Every revolution started with a moment of reflection. Every purpose began when someone sat still enough to feel it. Silence isn't weakness. It's focus in its purest form. Because when the world goes quiet, you finally have a chance to fight the battles that matter, the ones inside. Let's be honest, most people fear silence because they fear themselves. They can't sit with their thoughts, so they drown them with noise. But not you, not anymore. You've walked through the storm. You've separated. Now you're here, in the stillness where transformation happens. In silence, you learn to see without judging, to act without reacting, to move with intention. You start valuing time differently. You realize energy is sacred. You stop rushing.
you start building. And for the first time in a long time, you feel peace.
This is the sacred space, the in-between, where the old you fades and the new you begins to breathe. Here, you're not chasing approval. You're not performing. You're not competing. You're simply being. And in being, you start becoming. Silence teaches you strength, because strength isn't about noise. It's about endurance, patience, presence. When you can be still and unshaken in the face of chaos, you've mastered something most never will. You don't have to announce your moves anymore. You don't need to explain your piece. You don't owe anyone an update. Move in silence. Grow in silence. Win in silence. Let your results make the noise. When you master silence, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, nothing external can break you. You no longer react, you respond. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer seek validation, because you've already found alignment.
This silence isn't empty. It's full of truth. And truth is the most powerful sound you'll ever hear. This is where vision takes form. Where clarity becomes conviction. Where focus becomes your new normal.
So sit with it. Embrace it. Let it shape you. Because what's being built in silence will one day speak for itself. And when it does, the world will listen. Don't rush this part. This is the season where your roots grow deep. This is the season where peace replaces pressure, where solitude turns into strength. Stay here. Stay grounded. Stay silent. Because in this silence, you are becoming unstoppable. You've faced the noise. You've endured the separation. You've embraced the silence. Now you're ready for the rise.
There comes a day when silence turns into movement, when the stillness you've cultivated becomes the foundation you rise from. You've separated, you've endured, you've learned to be still. Now it's time to move. This is it. The rebirth. The moment when everything you went through starts to make sense. The nights of loneliness, the hours of doubt, the silence you chose, they were never punishment. They were preparation. And now you're ready. The greatest strength is quiet confidence. The time that doesn't scream for attention because it commands it. The kind that walks into a room and changes the energy, not by noise, but by presence. You've become that person, not the person chasing approval, but the one embodying purpose. Listen to me, the world needs that version of you, the focused one, the disciplined one, the version that stopped explaining and started executing. No more talking, no more excuses, no more someday. Now is your time.
You've spent enough time watching, enough time waiting, enough time doubting. You've been tested. You've been refined. Now rise, not with arrogance, but with certainty, because you didn't just survive the silence, you mastered it. You've trained in the dark. Now step into the light. You've carried the weight. Now use the strength. You've been quiet long enough. Now let your actions speak volumes. It's time to rise. The world will try to remind you of who you were. But that version of you doesn't exist anymore. You outgrew the chaos. You outgrew the fear. You outgrew the noise. You are not what you were. You are what you decided to become. People will ask what changed. They'll think it happened overnight. But they didn't see the hours of isolation. They didn't hear the silence. They didn't feel the discipline. Let them wonder. Let them talk. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be undeniable. Every step you take from here is built on the foundation of focus. Every move you make is powered by clarity. You've learned that success isn't found in noise. It's built in silence. It's forged in discipline. It's lived through purpose.
You are no longer chasing the world. You're creating your own. You are no longer running from fear. You're walking with courage. You are no longer hoping for strength. You are strength. You are the storm that silence prepared. Rise not for the applause, but for the alignment. Rise not for validation, but for vision. Rise not to prove them wrong, but to prove yourself right. Because the world doesn't change when you shout louder. It changes when you live louder. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you peace. No one is going to build your dream for you. You are the builder, the architect, the author, the fire. You are the proof that silence creates strength. Every time you rise a little higher. Every time you fall, you rise a little stronger. That's how greatness is built. In silence, through separation, by rising again and again when no one's watching. You're not waiting for the right time anymore. You are the right time. You're not asking for opportunity. You are opportunity. And when the world sees you now, they'll see a person who faced the noise, endured the pain, found the silence, and rose through it all. You are the living example of what happens when focus becomes your weapon and peace becomes your power. They'll see the result, but you'll know the process, the isolation, the silence, the rise. The distractions are still out there. The noise is still calling. But now, you move differently. You've learned to walk with purpose, to build with patience, to speak with precision. You've become untouchable, not because you're above the world, but because you're aligned with something greater. Remember this. The distance you created wasn't about leaving others behind. It was about catching up to your own potential. You distanced yourself from distractions to get closer to destiny. And now, you're here, at the rise. This is your becoming, your awakening, your moment. The silence built you. Now let your actions shake the world. You've faced the noise. You've walked through separation. You've embraced the silence. Now you rise. Rise with clarity. Rise with conviction. Rise with unbreakable focus. Because this is who you were meant to be. The world is waiting, not for noise, but for your light. So go, lead, build, rise. Distance yourself from distractions, embrace the silence, and never come back the same.